Hello darlings, how are you? Today I'm going to talk very briefly about how to help you to get a good night's sleep. I'll give you a couple of tips and I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So over the years I've worked with a lot of people who have had insomnia. And insomnia is just an overactive mind. The question is, why is it overactive? What are you thinking about? So I don't know if you have insomnia. Let me tell you a story about a lady that I worked with. And by the way, lots of women who are going through the menopause have this, because of the hot flushes and things like that. They just sleep really badly. So I've helped a lot of people with these two techniques over the years, okay? But this one lady, she certainly wasn't going through the menopause. She was a lot younger than that. And she said, I just can't get to sleep on the night time. And I said, wow, why? She goes, I don't know, I just get to bed and my mind's going at 100 miles an hour and I'm tossing and turning. My husband is really angry because he's got to get up early in the morning. And I said, okay, you see, I've learned over the years not to take anything at face value, to do a little bit of questioning. Yeah? So I said to her, so tell me about what you eat. When is your last meal? She said, well, my last meal is at 8 o'clock at night. And what time do you go to bed? Well, we normally go to bed at around about 10:30. I'm thinking, that's quite late, isn't it? 8:30. And it was a dinner. It was a UK dinner, which is quite big. I said, okay, but that shouldn't be any reason for her to sleep so badly. I mean, she's saying she took her hours to get to sleep. So I said, okay, and so then what happens? What's the rest of your evening like? So, well, we sit and we have a chat. We might watch a bit of television, but we generally just have a chat. So then about 10 o'clock, we have a coffee. I said, so what kind of coffee is that? Is it decaffeinated coffee? He said, oh, no, it's like a espresso coffee. And I looked at her as though to say, and have you not thought about that it could be the coffee? I said, do you think it might be the coffee? And she said, no, I don't think it would be the coffee. No. And so I shared with her these two techniques, okay? But which worked, which helped, but didn't get rid of the insomnia until she stopped having a coffee at 10 o'clock at night. And then she said, I'm sleeping really well. So, look at your life. This is just a quick way of doing it, but it isn't a cure-all. If you are doing something very silly before you go to bed, it could, by the way, if you take CDS or the hydrogen peroxide drops, don't do that just before you go to bed, because that actually liberates a lot of oxygen and stimulates your body and stimulates your brain and stuff like that. Okay, so these are the techniques. The first technique is this. EFT. I promise you that if you do EFT before you go to lie down to go to sleep, it will massively improve your ability to go to sleep. So EFT, you know what it is? Tap the head, tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here, bang your wrists together and then continue. Now, the system that you use, if you're actually doing it, right, you need to sit up. But that's okay. Just sit up, make sure you're relaxed and start going round. Go round 3 times. Okay? 3 times. Don't do it once, 3 times. And then all you do is just lie down and allow your mind to do whatever. Let it do its stuff. What happens when we do EFT, everything gets kind of balanced, and so your mind will go through its usual processes. It's very hypnotic, so it puts you into an altered state anyway. Okay? But here's the secret. I'm going to give you another technique in a moment, but here's the secret. Once you've laid down and you're lying there, you'll notice your body going through the usual processes as it's just shutting down. But then you might get a thought in your head that makes you jump, you know, you get it, oh, I'm awake now again. This is what you do. You don't move. Don't sit up again. Just stay where you are, and you start to imagine doing EFT. So you imagine hitting the top of your head, you imagine you go round, and you just go round in a loop of imagining doing EFT. What's happening? Well, you're imagining it, but your body knows. You know they've done the tests on athletes. They can do the exercise, or they can imagine doing the exercise, and the body reacts in exactly the same way. All the muscles fire off. Okay, so it's the same with EFT. I never do EFT on a night time because I have to sit up. I do EFT as I'm lying down with my eyes closed, and I just go bam, 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 and I go round and round. Maybe you've got to go around more than 3 times. It really doesn't matter. You know, it's like counting sheep, but it's much better. Just go round and imagine tapping on those. I mean, it doesn't matter if you get it mixed up, and you might start going in and out, but every time that you come back, just run round, okay? That's a system. I've used it for years. It works beautifully. I've helped other people use it, and it works beautifully. Everybody said, yeah, I went to sleep much better, okay? So that's one technique. The other technique is this. When you've got loads of stuff to do the next day, right? Lots of people lose sleep because they're plowing through what they've got to do. Unfinished business, stuff that they've got on the to-do list, whatever. So this is a nice technique for that, because EFT will work, but if you've got too much stuff going on in your mind, it's very difficult. So this is what you do. It's very important that you do it this way. So what you do is you've got all of these things going on in your mind, and you imagine just next to the bed a box that's open, a chest, and you start putting the stuff in the chest, all the things that you've got to do. I do it now because I've done it for so long. I just put everything in. Right, everything that's in my mind I put in the box. But you do it the way that you can. Everything that was rolling around your mind, you put in the box, and then you close the box, and you can lock the box. But this is the most important thing, right? Because if you don't do this, it doesn't work, or it doesn't work as well. You say, I promise that tomorrow I will deal with those things, but for the moment I want them to stay there. So what you've done is you've told your mind you're going to deal with them. All your mind's trying to do is say, remember, you've got these things to do, you've got to do them. Of course, you're in bed, you're not going to do them then. So it's a mess trying to work out what you're going to do. So you put them in the box, and you promise that the next day you're going to deal with them. Make sure you do deal with them, or at least do something toward dealing with them. And they'll stay in the box. And when we do this, when I do it, put them in the box, and I think, okay, now. And then I'll go back and I'll start doing the EFT again, just running around in my imagination. What happens, what I find, is the stuff that you put in the box is being worked on by your mind during the night. And quite often, I will wake up, go for a wee, go for a wee, and as I'm having a wee, I have inspiration on how to deal with one of those things. Just goes boom. So although you put it in the box, you're not just ignoring it, but you're taking it out of your mind. It's a metaphor, but it works very well. Okay, so they're the two things. By the way, you don't have to manually open the box the next day. It automatically is there. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that bit, but putting it in and locking the box, that works. So there you are. There are a couple of techniques. Try them out. If you do have insomnia issues, try them out and give me some feedback as well on how much they've helped you, if anything's changed for you, etc. Yeah, and if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.